Francis and Renan they start off by feeding each other leg kicks. Francis starts off, he kicks Renan in the leg, he spins him around a little bit, Renan answers back. Francis kicks again, but Renan checks the kick by lifting his leg, and they start going back and forth. As they're kind of going back and forth, Renan is feinting. Renan actually drops his hands at one point to try to bring Francis in. Renan has the hand speed, so I think Renan was trying to get Francis to exchange with him. But Francis, like I said, in this smart MMA fashion, he doesn't really bite on the bait as Renan drops his hands. But as he draws him towards the fence a little bit, then Francis starts to go a little bit with the hands. He's missing with the hands, and he goes to shoot a double. As he goes to shoot a double, as Renan is maybe thinking of sprawling, Francis switches to a single leg, and he drops him with the single leg. Renan puts one butterfly in. Francis kind of squeezes this one butterfly, so he has the one butterfly in, and then Francis actually takes him and starts to push him up, push his head towards the fence. So we'll just pretend this is a fence here. So he pushes his head up against the fence.
And Renan very wisely goes for this grapevine move, which drops Francis's posture. Yeah. If he doesn't have this, Francis is sitting up, dropping like the hardest bombs humanly possible. But with this, he's dropped down, he's got some control. From here, it looks like he's going for a Kimura, but what we think he's going for actually is to get this arm out of the way to shoot a nice triangle.
Yeah, so he gets wrist control, and then he actually shoots up a triangle, but he doesn't have the legs completely in the triangle position. So for a good triangle, you need your legs in the actual triangled position. So the closed triangle needs to be here. Renan ends around here. He doesn't get fully locked in.
So they're here?
So they're here, and the reason why is because Francis is doing a good job of keeping his posture high. If Francis were to drop down, then Renan would have been able to close the triangle. So this is a kind of a traditional triangle defense. Coach might tell you keep your head up, don't let your head drop. So Francis does a good job in keeping his head up, and then he starts to apply pressure with this shoulder onto the choking leg of the triangle. So he starts to lean here to try to break the triangle. He brings his knee up. Now it looks almost as if he's pinning Renan down to escape, but he doesn't fully get to this pinning position, but he does get his posture high enough that Renan cannot complete the triangle, and he hips in and he drops Renan almost into side mount. Now Renan does a good job in he recovers. Renan recovers this half guard, but this is almost the end for Renan. So from here, Francis starts just laying punches into the side of Renan's head, some to the back of the head, and Renan comes up with the underhook to try to start to stand up. So can you show what Renan should be doing or would be doing? Yeah. Yes. So that underhook, this is a good underhook. This is a good strategy, but the problem in MMA is this hand is open here, so it's not going to be as easy for him to get up. And with a guy as heavy as Francis with the punches, it only takes one or two to make you not think straight.
Takes one or two, and he ate 30.
Yeah. So then from there, he goes from the half guard, and he goes into the turtle. With the turtle, Francis, this may or may not have been consequential, but I did notice that Francis, he kneels on this calf, which makes it a little bit harder for Marshall to get up. It won't be impossible for him to get up, but it does pin him in the position a little bit. So he puts his knee on the calf to stop him, and he has a hand here in the overhook position, but he doesn't go for the seatbelt position. almost as if he's about to attack the back. But instead, what he does is he just switches hands. He punches here, and then he switches to here, and just boom, boom, boom. And maybe with 3 of those, Renan is out. So he's out here on his hands and knees, and then he takes a few more, and he goes completely flat. And then he takes maybe a couple more unanswered shots before the ref steps in. Then he sits on his leg for a little bit to rest. Then he moves back here, and that's when the emotion comes, and a very emotional, triumphant moment for Francis. Quite a match, quite a return. Picture perfect, I would say.
Close to a flawless victory as we could ask for.
That was
all
super,
things considered.
yeah, super flawless.
I don't think he got hurt at all.